Hello all the lovely people of tonight. Make some noise if you hate IGN. Alright, settle down people. Now, explain why. Oh shit, you! Me. Yes, you! What's your name, fine gentleman? I'm Craig. Okay, Craig, explain why you do not like IGN. I don't really like them because they are, biased and they are dumb. Shut the fuck up, Craig. IGN. That one company that most gamers are like, yeah, fuck those dudes. But why? How did one of the biggest game reviewers in history become such a hated company? Was it through their actions, their reviews themselves? And are they even really that hated? Today we're going to talk about IGN, their lows and highs, their changes in their systems, and how IGN inflated their own game ratings. Now, usually I would give a 10-minute bullshit analysis on the origins of IGN and like everything they did before like modern days, but I don't really feel like doing that today. So the gist of what you need to know is that IGN is a media company made to cover all sorts of different kinds of media. Founded in September of 1996 by I have no fucking clue who made IGN. Seriously, while I was writing this, there's a bunch of people. I just wrote down a bunch of names in here. There's conflicting reports. So was it Mark Jung, Jonathan Simpson Bint, Pierre Schneider, Matt what the fuck? What the fuck? Matt Kamisa, Eric Marcoulier. Who the fuck founded this company? After being founded by some nerd, it has become one of the most well-known media reviewing sites around. Sadly, this reputation isn't always in the most positive light, as IGN is that source that random gamers will make fun of, saying they were always shit and had never put out any good reviews ever. But are these criticisms worth it? That's a very long question. Well, what makes people hate these reviews in the first place? Well, that's easy. People are fucking annoying. And annoying people don't like when you like something that they don't like, and they hate when they don't. What the fuck did I write? They don't like when you have the opposite opinion. Just write that. Jesus Christ. So when these opposite opinions finally come in, it tends to cause a little controversy, and people go in the comments saying, hey, you guys, IGN's never been good. Fuck these dudes. And the element of how these scores come around to be so controversial and why they are so differing is the fact that people think different. People always aren't going to agree on something, and some people will think something's good, some people just think something's bad, some people think it's mediocre. It's just like, there's so many differing opinions in the world. The problem is when you have so many differing reviewers at IGN who think in so many different ways, conflict happens. Viewers are going to start and compare and contrasting one reviewer with the other, but that's really, really dumb. You can't act like one single brand with multiple employees is thinking the same at all times, especially an opinionated brand. Why are you guys so dumb? Don't just blame IGN for the fact that people just think different. You are being a little bitch, and you can't say IGN fell off because the previous video you just said they were great reviewers. And that's how I know my point is right. Because when they give great scores to a game that truly deserves it, or vice versa, people praise them, saying they finally got it right and IGN's going down the right path. No, they usually get it right, or they appeal to your dumb boy gamer senses when they give another Assassin's Creed a good score or Call of Duty another good score. Whenever they appeal to the fans rejoice. But whenever they don't, fans revolt. Let's take two examples. Our favorite games ever. Give a round of applause for your favorite two contestants. The Last of Us 2 and Days Gone. Everybody cheer. Woo! Okay, so let's first look at The Last of Us 2. Now, well, I think this game is very good. I get why people don't like it. It's just not everybody's cup of tea. But what I don't like is when people are unreasonably annoying and then they just shout how fucking bad this game is and how it ruined these characters and how it's woke and dumb and stupid and stinky and fucking bullshit. It's kind of like me with The Amazing Spider-Man. But if you go to this review, it's quite a fair review. He's making points on why he likes the game. He gets it. He generally just likes The Last of Us 2. But everyone in the comments is just spamming this annoying ass fucking copy pasted comment template Even if you sort the comments by newest, you will still get this annoying ass template. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. You guys are not funny. And all this from a genuine review of a guy who just liked The Last of Us 2. But since he had a differing opinion from the majority of gamers, they make everyone think this game is terrible and IGN sucks, and they make bad reviews because they're mad. Now let's swap over to a game that got a low score from IGN that a lot of people like. Days fucking gone. Now before I say anything, I think it's important to let everyone know that I fucking hate this game. So I'm glad you guys all agree with me and that this game sucks, and I'm 100% right, and thank you so much for listening. Now, Days Gone, reviewed by a woman, so, you know, there's a lot of bad comments in there. She gave Days Gone a 6.5, which, by the way, is a whole other rant I will go on later, because this is a good score. 6.5 is a fine score. And many of the comments are just saying, you're wrong, I'm right, I win. And this comment section is a sewer of terrible stuff. From awful takes of people who don't know how to write a review, to unreasonable fucking expectations, to, like, again, sexism. This comment section is truly vile and disgusting. And this is the type of review which makes people think IGN has never been good, because their biases are more important than a well-constructed review. Now let's not give IGN all the credit, because to be clear here, they're in some deep water. And arguably, they have done more harm to their own brand than any human annoying person online could. Why? Because their scores are inflated to such a degree that it makes people hate them. So, well, previously I was talking about how gamers compare and contrast. They do this because IGN gives them the evidence to. And how IGN reviewers fear these scores and criticisms. So we're kind of on a loop, and I'll elaborate. See, a lot of people don't get the 1 through 10 rating scale. Why is this? Well, because somehow we have gotten to the point where thinking a score like a 5 is a bad score. And IGN is a major factor here. See, it is theorized that IGN doesn't like this kind of criticism. So what do? Well, if people think a 5 is a bad score, then we'll give it a 7. But the problem with replacing a higher score like a 7 and making it a 5 is the fact that both these scores are incredibly common. A 5 is saying a game is mediocre, and that it has good aspects and negative aspects. While a 7 is saying this is a good game but has a few negatives holding it back. These cannot be used in the same context. So when you get this, you get a whole mismatch of games that maybe actually deserve a 7 and games that really do not deserve a 7. And this inherently leaves fans to compare and contrast, which leads IGN to try to give better scores, but then that leads to comparing and contrasting, which leads to IGN giving better scores, which leads to comparing and contrasting, which leads IGN to giving... You see? We are running in circles, and this is why IGN is in such an imbalance. But also, maybe IGN reviewers aren't just giving better scores to ignore hate. Maybe, and this is a wild one, people have different opinions, and some people actually believe in some of these scores. So again, IGN, you messed up by having so many different reviewers. I don't understand why they do this, because it again just causes the random pot of opinions that makes it hard to organize a certain ranking system, because there are so many differing opinions. When you watch someone like a YouTuber, you know their opinions and you know what they think like. But do you know about all these guys? How often do you think about Ken Seward Jr.'s reviews? Because, like, there's no way it's more than 3 times a week. I think it'd be a lot easier if they just had, like, a set amount of reviewers, or they had you get to know reviewers for these certain sections, because at the rate they're going at right now, you don't know half these people, you don't know what they think, and that makes it hard to connect to anyone from the IGN. So this video was a lot of babble, let's be honest. I just had a weird opinion and I wanted to talk about it. This idea I straight up just stole from, you know, everyone loves him, my friend Malik. We were talking one night and he was like, hey, here's a funny title called, he was like, IGN is literally inflating the reviews, so I stole it from him. As I usually do. Thanks, Malik. I think there are lots of problems in the reviewing scene of anything, but something like IGN certainly is a standout one. But also, don't be a dick and tell someone to kill themselves because of their honest review, or maybe not honest review, but still, you shouldn't just say kill yourself because you didn't agree with them. These are people and they don't deserve any treatment like that. They are just people reviewing products. It does not that deep. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to give this video a 7 out of 10 because it has a little something for everyone.